Hello. Welcome to another Kickstarter review video. Still didn't find a fun and catchy name for this series, but I got some feedback saying that just because it's clear this is a Kickstarter review video, that's actually much helpful. So we might keep it that way, we might not. Working title for now. In this series, we're going to look at Kickstarter pages from the point of view of the superfan, meaning I'm not going to be giving my own opinions about if I like this game or not. I'm going to be pretending as if this is the perfect game for me. If I find anything that's blocking my way from understanding if this game is for me or from buying it, I will comment on that and give my input. But the idea is not to diss the games for the fact that they don't fit my own playstyle. So that being said, this is still experimental, so let's get right into it. So, Ovation, a classical music game. First of all, the theme catches my eye. This is not a theme we usually see. I still don't know anything about this game, but this already intrigues me because I love music, okay? My sister is an opera singer. This is actually real. This might be for her. This might be a game I'd like to play with her. I think my wife will enjoy this theme, but let's get into it. Composed as Beethoven, Mozart, and other classical music legends to build the greatest legacy in this game, engine building game. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more info. This is really cool. Okay, so we're going to be playing as composers. That is awesome. Okay, as a composer legend, I'm actually going to be playing the actual thematic composers, which is really cool because then I can pick my favorites, or I'll see how. I imagine there'll be async characters here that you can have differences between them that will have a thematical resonance with the person itself. And I know that's an engine building game, okay? So I love engine building games. That's my jam. I love games like Wingspan and things like that. So that's definitely interesting. Let's dive in further. No video. Ow. Big red flag. Okay, why isn't there a video? Immediately a few things pop into my head. One, they did not have the budget for a video. That's the first one, okay? And if they didn't have the budget for a video, does that raise any red flags for the game itself? Will they be able to produce it? Okay. Two, maybe they just didn't think they could produce a video with high enough quality for this game that this game deserves. Again, because of a budget reason, for a time reason. I don't know. Okay, maybe it was a deliberate decision. They felt like, the game speaks for itself. Either you like it or you don't. We don't need a video. But I'm a little shaken here. I'm like, I was hoping to, hear classical music because, this is a game about music. I would have been hoping to be able to see a video and hear some music about it. So that's a bit disappointing, okay? We do have a Projects We Love, which is awesome. That means it's not just like a random game, even though Projects We Love is a little bit random. And we see that it's funded, okay, which is good. That means they did have some sort of community building for it, or it drew enough people that trusted this campaign to hit their funding goal. So that raises my trust level a little bit higher. Now we see 1 to 4 players, which is perfect. I love playing with mostly 2 or 3 players. Sometimes I play solo games, but it's good to know that I have the option. 40 to 60 minutes is okay. It's not too much of a time commitment, okay? Especially when it's an engine builder, then that means there is time for you to actually feel that engine working for you. So I guess that's a good thing. And 10 plus means that this game isn't too complicated, which is good. I want to play this with my sister who loves classical music. I might even want to play this with my mom. Definitely with my wife, so it's good to know that this game isn't really complicated. Moving down, okay, we have this beautiful picture, love the characters, okay, love the colors, and then we get a nice spread. Okay, we already saw this image here. We can actually see the cards or the components or something else, not exactly copy paste the same one. And then we have all this shipping friendly icons, which is good. That's awesome. That's, most people don't really know what that means, but it makes me happy. Become one of the greatest classical composers of all time. Travel to Western Europe in the era where artists balance artistry with the whims of nobility. Okay, I love this. This is sort of getting to me. I imagine that each one of these things will be a gameplay mechanic, so to speak. Satisfy patrons, manage your creative inspiration, and then getting that crescendo. I'm really curious. And right here we got an overview.
Innovation players will take on the role of famous composers.
Stop. If you didn't have a video, but you have this, couldn't you have asked them to use that as your main video? At least to have there something. Just because, just from the first 2 seconds, it looks really cool. I see 3 minutes. Okay, that's not a lot. It's giving me something. Obviously, you need to ask them, because I imagine you paid them or you asked for a game overview from the Brothers Murph. So at least have something. Okay, like I guess. So you have the inspiration, the fortune, the patroness perform like different tabs. And I didn't even notice this was a keyboard until now. The image here, I just sort of gleamed over it. I did not notice that the player boards were actually keyboards. You might be calling me dumb because, you saw this right away, but I actually missed that. That makes me excited even further because it's thematic. At this point, I'm excited. I love the theme. The player count works for me. What's the investment? I'm going to be skipping all this looking for a price. Where's the price? Where's the price? Because I know the price is here, but suppose I'm on mobile phones, on a mobile device, then I need to click 2 or 3 more times to get to this place. So that's why most campaigns have it on the main page. And I'm scrolling. Where is the price? Okay, this is way too low. It's like, it makes me feel like you're trying to hide it or something. Again, I know you're not, but definitely have this higher on the page. Okay, I get the game, I sort of get how it plays. Now what do I need to invest? Give that info so I know that this is an investment I'm willing to make to read more. So we have the print and play version, which is cool, but I don't want that. Okay, we have copy of Ovation, that's 46 USD. So it's under the $60 of MSRP, which is good. 46 is the interesting number. I'm curious to how they got to 46, because buyers have this sort of mentality that they need to feel like they're getting a good deal, and 46 does not sound like a good deal. It sounds like it's weird, but it sounds like it's $6 over 40. That's the way you think about it when you see this number. I'm looking at it and it's like, oh, 46. That's $6 more than what I hoped, which is 40. You didn't know anything about it, but it's sort of where your brain goes. If this was 49, it feels better, because you're saving $1 off 50. It's screwed up. Sorry, almost. I'm upset by it, but because this is definitely worth the 46, and I would rather see in here either 39 or 49, even 59. Even 59 though is a little bit too expensive for a game that doesn't have too many deluxeified components. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back to all of this unless we reach the 20-minute mark, and then it's like a hard stop. Okay, we're gonna try to keep these as short as possible, these videos. Okay, so 46, 1 copy of Ovation, but this is the game for me. I'm a crazy music lover. What do I want to spend money on this? What's the higher price? I'm like, okay, I could get one for me and one for my sister because she's such an opera fan. Become a part of the game. Send an image that will be used by our... Okay, so basically, you become a person in the game. So I'm curious to know how many people got that. Me being the super fan, I'm excited about this game. I don't know if I'm that excited. Okay, even though, if my sister is really into classical music and it's like her birthday coming up soon, I might spend this amount and turn her into a character, obviously asking for her permission first. But yeah, that might be cool. So I'm curious to how many people voted for went for this pledge, pledge for this. I imagine it's usually people that know the creator personally, or have a bit more of a connection to this. And yeah, you never know. Okay, so I'm looking this 46, definitely for the game that I've been waiting for, a proper game about a classical music that's an actual game, because I'm a board gamer as well. That is an investment I'm willing to do. I'll definitely invest for the base pledge. Okay, but now that I've pledged. I definitely want to know a little bit more. So let's just also go here. I'm interested. Okay, print and play, just 25 people. Yeah, nobody wants that. Retailer 5, and here. Wait, okay, so this is the basic one, 251. Okay. Most people pledge this, obviously, and then for the double feature, it's just 13 people. For the you get in the game, sold out. Okay. Yep. No, it makes sense that 10 people. It could be either people that want to support this game and they want to give it a lot of money to help boost it, and for people that are close to the creator, and people like me that wanted to put his sister into his game, but look like I ran out of luck and there's no pledge levels left. So all I'm left with is this. Even if I've wanted to spend more money on this, okay, I can't. You literally stopped me from spending more money than $47, $46. That's why a lot of games have a deluxeified version. It's when it's the perfect game for me. I want the opportunity to throw more money at this because the value is so high compared to to how much I'm paying for. It doesn't matter. Okay, I already made the commitment for $46, and that's something I can afford. And I know there's shipping included. But if I made the commitment for 46, I imagine if there was another tier at 60 or 70, that's not too hard of a jump. Okay, if I get, I don't know, wooden tokens instead of cardboard. But I still don't know what I'm actually getting in this game. So we have 7 more minutes. Let's see what we learn about it. First of all, key features: engine building. Easy, quick turns ramp up throughout the game in a satisfying engine building style. And I love that. I love when each turn feels very satisfying and you feel like you're progressing somewhere. So excellent. That's definitely the #1 feature, which I like about this. Positive player interaction. Attending a performance of your rivals is great fun, whether you applaud your fellow composers or trash talk their atonal offerings. That's interesting. Okay, so positive player interaction. I'm very curious about this because if I'm gonna play this with my non-hardcore gamer friends, I don't want to have like a cutthroat take that game. I love that the interaction here will be fun, and I can imagine people laughing. This is a great line, and this is definitely worthy to be the second key feature. Resource management. Inspiration is key as you leverage your joy to entice a patron, gain passion from memories of your travels abroad, or wallow in sorrow to compose a brilliant opera that secures your legacy. I love this because this connects to the theme. I know all the history about these composers. A lot of them did not have a pleasant life, and it shows that there's 2 sides of inspiration, and that's awesome. This it doesn't say anything about resource management, but it definitely talks about the theme. Okay, so I don't know how this relates to resource management, but this just made me smile. Card drafting and becoming a maestro. Compete with your rivals to acquire cards and achieve public maestro goals. Okay, so yeah, that's like, I imagine that's like big goals that you can attain or something like that. So that's cool. Okay, it's wonderful to see a game that embraces music as a theme and integrates it so well in an approachable way, which is awesome. Okay, it's a good quote. It's not the #1 quote. Okay, she doesn't talk about the game itself. She talks about how wonderful the theme is, and I'm already there. If I've read this far, I'm into the theme. This does not give me another plus. Okay, it just shows me that it integrates the theme beautifully, which is it's a good quote to have, not the #1 quote. How to play. Choose your path. Ovation starts really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna skim through these a little bit faster, because even a super fan might not read everything. Okay, so again, I'm seeing all the characters you can choose from. I imagine they would already recognize them through their, like looking at their face. I know this is Beethoven, but the rest, a little bit hard for me to recognize from their artwork. So it would be cool to have their names like somewhere. Okay, so this is the engine building. This is awesome. You add them to each one and your turns become stronger. Kirsten has knocked it out of the park with Ovation. Great quote. This is a great quote. Okay, a little bit long. Maybe we can take off the first line. Yeah, this is a really good one. Hobnob with aristocrats. Patron cards can either slide under the player board to enhance the Seek Fortune action, or they can stay by your side and give you a bonus points at the end of the game. But be careful, the patrons are fickle and can give you negative points if you perform music they don't like. I love this. Okay, multi-use cards. They can either go here, go there. There's some risk involved. This is beautiful. Make the most out of your experience. After taking an action, use music tokens to activate bonuses. So this is awesome just because of these components, the fact that it's like little notes. That's really, really nice. I don't know what they're made of yet. I imagine that they're wooden, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so, and we haven't been told that yet. I'm pretty excited about this game. I have to say that the how to play section, when you skim over it, it's really hard to understand how you actually play. I understand it looks like a list of features. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. I wonder if there's a way to make it a little bit more understandable with a list. Like 1, you choose your path. That's good. Maybe like bullet point it, but again, you don't need to do this now. Okay, this is fine the way it is. And I imagine if I had more time, I would have spent it. And we're nearing the 20 mark. So the best thing about this game is chaining together a monster turn. It's a great feeling. This is a great quote because this is what we like about engine building. And this game is made for people that love music and engine building games. Oh, and you can play it now on ScreenTop GG. I've never used that. And here we get to what's in the box. Okay, and this is something I would have loved to see earlier because the moment I want to pledge for something, okay, yeah, now we can see it's wooden. I was right. You want to see what's inside the box before even you know how it plays, because this raises the value. Okay, now I see that there's so much wood in this game, the value feels like it's worth it. This looks like a $50 game. Why back now? Okay, Kickstarter limit. There's a lot of wonderful things. I would take off all the text here, just bullet points, okay? And make these much, much shorter. Nobody's reading all of that. This should be a nice graphic. It should be way up top. Even if this is the game for me because I love music, classical music, and I love engine building games. I need to figure out why not to just wait for retail. You know, why should I back this now? And this is the list that's supposed to tip me over the edge, okay? Okay, and we have Kickstarter limited, which is important, okay? It won't be, most likely it won't be on retail, which is important. And then thematic immersion, that's not a why back now reason. That's just a feature of this game. A true multicultural story in history, that's also a feature, but not a why back now reason. Discounted, yes, that is good. And if this isn't discounted, you need to show me how much is the discount. Okay, so when you have the price, oh, you see, I can't even find it now. Slash the prices. Okay, so, you know, how much is the discount? Show that to me so I feel like I'm getting the extra value there. Support independent creators, which is awesome. Definitely have that, okay? Give us a little bit about your background and who you are. And fun with learning. That's, again, that's a feature, not a why back now reason. Another thing is I would look for the, you know, the star review out of all of these and put it much higher. Okay, right next to that overview video. Anything else? Stretch goals. Okay, so all stretch goals I'm included, if I'm not mistaken. This is a topic I would love to talk about in another video. There's the big dilemma to include just everything out the gate or to put it as stretch goals. It's not a simple answer. Even if you are planning to put everything in no matter what, sometimes you gotta play the Kickstarter game. It's a big question. It doesn't have an outright answer, and I'll do a different separate video about that. Yeah, seeing that the fact there's a few team members also give me some confidence in this game. Also, if I can follow it and additional info for anyone that's interested. Okay, so this was a little bit meandering, so I'm sorry about that. But overall, this is a great presentation, a great theme. I would have loved a video, even if it's a low budget video, with music. Get me into the theme, get me, like, make me smile right out the gate. I want to hear this game, technically. I could also imagine how you can incorporate so many fun things that have to do with the theme. Maybe like a playlist to play while you while you play this game, or just fun tidbits, a little bit about the different characters in case I just want to know who can I play and what's special about them. What's the difference between the characters and why is it different? Just a little bit more jokes about the theme, fun things, make the experience of going through the campaign page as fun as the game itself. Now, I know a lot of these things aren't things that you can fix as the campaign is going, but overall, it's a really good presentation. See if you can get the prices a little bit higher, clean up a little bit of the text if you can, and overall, yeah, great presentation, and wish you all the best.